What's that? You're telling me there's a new Star Wars movie out? The first theatrically released Star Wars movie in 7 years? Yes! Yes! I can't wait! It's going to be brilliant! Full packed cinema, loads of snacks, everyone's going to be cheering. Mandalorian, you disappoint me. The fans hold you in such high esteem. And to be honest, I don't think anyone is surprised. Ever since The Rise of Skywalker plagued cinema screens 7 years ago, Star Wars has been an absolute roller coaster to say the least. We've had some bright spots. We've had Andor. We've had Clone Wars Season 7. The Bad Batch, I watched the first season of that, was pretty good. But then Disney decided to release The Acolyte.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
And Ahsoka. And in between these projects, we had The Mandalorian, which is one of the most successful Star Wars shows on Disney+. And I have never watched it.
What?
And I can't really put a finger on why. I was going to put it down to hating Rise of Skywalker so much that I just didn't want to watch Star Wars anymore. But this came out before Rise of Skywalker, so I can't really say that. I guess I've just not really had any interest in watching the show. So I went into The Mandalorian and Grogu with knowledge gained from Star Wars recap videos online. And I wasn't really expecting much from this movie. At least I was expecting a fun time. And I got that. The Mandalorian and Grogu, as someone who's never watched the show, it was okay. By the way, if you can hear a weird noise in the background, it's the fan right next to me. It is bloody boiling, lads. It is so hot. It's going to be hotter tomorrow. It needs to be on. So yeah, The Mandalorian and Grogu, I enjoyed it just enough. There's a lot to like about this movie, but something that you can't really like is the story. And that is because there is no real through-line narrative. It is basically 4 episodes of a Mandalorian TV show, lazily stitched together to create some sense of a movie. And you can easily tell that because this movie goes from planet to planet to planet to subplot to subplot to subplot, very lazily and very quickly as well, with no real build-up. And this is not the first time a Star Wars movie has felt like this. All the way back in 2008, we got the legendary Clone Wars movie, what I consider to be the worst Star Wars movie ever. And that movie features a baby version of Rotter the Hutt, who is in this movie as well.
My muscles are getting bigger.
So this movie is basically the Clone Wars movie 2.0. But what also doesn't help is that the narrative is just not that engaging. The Mandalorian goes to meet some Hutts to try and find their cousin, Rotter, and then he's betrayed by them. And that is it. There is no character development in this movie. I cannot tell you a single bit of development that Din or Grogu or any of the side characters go through. The only semblance of a character arc is with Rotter the Hutt. He does not like the fact that his father was Jabba the Hutt. So he goes off away, becomes a fighter, becomes legendary, people love him. And then he finds out that he's just there for entertainment and sport and that he's being betrayed as well. But that arc doesn't go anywhere by the end. It just ends. So if you're coming to The Mandalorian and Grogu expecting really complex character arcs and interactions, you're just not going to get that. What you will get is a collection of really good action scenes and some really cute moments from time to time. In fact, the first 10 minutes of this movie caught me so off guard and were easily the best part of this movie that I genuinely had hope that this was going to be a fantastic film. It had a really cool action scene with Din beating up and shooting stormtroopers, blowing up AT-ATs. I was like, all right, this is sick. I'm really into this. This is a good first exposure to The Mandalorian. And then the middle bit came in and it was a real slog. And then it kind of picked itself back up again in the last half an hour. And especially in those last 30 minutes, there are some really cute moments. There's a bit where Din and Grogu are split up and we mainly focus on Grogu. And we see how he survives and gets through these situations. And he's just really adorable as well. So it's both cute and really emotional and interesting as well. And I just wish we got more of those moments because I hardly cared about any of the characters in this movie. Rotter was okay, Grogu was cute, that's why I like him. Din, though, was so boring, and it's mainly because Pedro Pascal's performance is so flat that he would fit perfectly in a Star Wars prequel film. All I can tell you is that he has some really cool fight scenes, he looks cool, and I think the reason why he can't take his helmet off is interesting. Other than that, I just really can't get into Din Djarin. So this movie did have moments of potential, but it never fully committed to them because the plot is lazily stitched together because it's not meant to be a movie plot. The characters are boring. The only thing that kept me awake were the action scenes and a couple of decent, interesting moments. Out of all of the Star Wars movies, this is the one I have the least to say about. At least with some of the bad Star Wars movies, you get to explain why they are bad and why you really hate them. This one is just middle of the road, has some decent moments, it's fun in the moment, but in a few days' time, I'll completely forget about it. Maybe if you're a Mandalorian fan, you'll like this more than me, but I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. It's just really sad to see how low the excitement rate is for this movie. I remember back in 2015 when The Force Awakens was coming out. The build-up to that movie was so good. Every trailer was hype. Everyone was so excited to see this movie. Despite what you think of the finished product, you remember the build-up to it. You remember you were so excited for that movie. It's just really sad to see the downfall of Star Wars. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this review. If you have seen The Mandalorian and Grogu, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Have a good day, and see you later.